Welcome to the crossroads of dreams and wisdom, where ambition dances with the soul. You're listening to The Balanced Visionary, aligning ambition with soulful success. I'm Jen, your guide on this journey of self-discovery and achievement. Each week we'll explore the paths of personal growth, spiritual depth, and professional triumphs. Together, we'll unearth the secret to a life where success is not just what we achieve, but how we thrive. So visionaries, are you ready to transform your ambitions into a journey of the heart? Let's embark on this adventure together. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome. My name is Jen, and this is The Balanced Visionary, and we have a very special guest today. I'm very honored to have you on. Her name is Michelle LeBlanc, and she is the founder of Money Magnet Formula. And we're going to talk a little bit about that upcoming in the show. Pretty much who knows what's going to be coming up, all sorts of things, but really mindset around money, how she got started, what is Money Magnet Formula, and we're going to go from there. But a little bit of background about Michelle. She was a clinical pharmacist for about 30 years. And through her journey of being a clinical pharmacist, she started to really look into different alternative ways of healing. And I don't think it was just holistic, because you have a lot of tools in your toolbox, Michelle, from psychology, mindset, neuroscience, stress management, nutrition, fitness, quantum physics. I'm pretty sure you're leaving some out, because I have the same thing. I used to say I sounded like Daenerys Targaryen there for a moment, you know. But I'm going to have Michelle talk a little bit more about her background. But she was a clinical pharmacist, and around 2022, after going through her quantum energy healing modality training that she had finalized in 2021, that's when she really started to step into her role. And she really works with women, mainly dealing with their mindset as it pertains to money and money blocks. And hence Money Magnet Formula was born. And so I'm really honored to have you on the show today. We're going to be talking about, I feel, is much needed in the collective. It's something that I personally am still working on, is the money blocks, all the different mindsets that we have going on. Mine just happens to be poverty mindset and self-worth, those type of things. So I'm really excited to hear what you have to bring to the show today. Thank you for being on, Michelle.
Well, thank you so much, Jen. Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Yes, I'm very excited to have you here. So tell our audience a little bit about you and what is Money Magnet Formula?
Well, like Jen said, I have been a pharmacist. I've been a pharmacist for over 30 years, and all through my career, I just realized it wasn't my passion, and I realized there's more to healing than that, and, collected a bunch of tools and modalities along the way. And when I finished my quantum healing modality in end of 2021, beginning of 2022, I started seeing one-on-one clients. And as synchronicity often happens, I started getting kind of similar types of clients. They weren't exactly all the same, but I was using the same types of tools, the same types of modalities. They came in with the same types of blocks, and the subject of money often came up. So that, continued for a few months, and I started realizing there were a lot of similarities. At the same time, after going through that modality that I just finished, I was also healing myself, using the tools on myself. And let me backtrack a little bit. During my whole career as being a pharmacist and always having either side gig or a side hobby or a side hustle or, side whatever, learning stuff on the side, the law of attraction and manifestation just fascinated me. But I never could figure out why I couldn't make it work for money the way I could make it work for almost anything else. I could manifest almost anything except money. Or if I did manifest a certain amount of money, within a very short time, a bill or a repair or some sort of
Right out the window
expense would show up almost exactly the same amount of money that I had just manifested. So, there was that ceiling. I couldn't bust that ceiling. And then, things started like going off in my head and, lots of downloads and lots of intuition and lots of just realizing the patterns. And I started realizing that I was basically tweaking these tools and working on subconscious money blocks as well as money blocks from people's past lives, reincarnation, accessing the Akashic records. And I just had, a series of several aha moments. Mm-hmm. And then I started, outlining everything. And then it was just like, oh my gosh, I think this might work. And then I started testing it out on a few clients and myself. And then one thing that led to another, and, Money Magnet Formula was born. So, and Money Magnet Formula itself is basically like a roadmap, a how-to, pretty much that missing piece that I don't hear very many people talking about. What's missing when it comes to using the law of attraction to leverage it to attract money. Because people talk about subconscious blocks and subconscious limiting beliefs and subconscious self-sabotaging behavior, but I haven't heard very many people talk about, in addition to that, you have to address your past lives. What are those vows of poverty you've taken in a past life? What oath did you make? What agreement did you make around money to never be wealthy or, never make more than a certain amount or never make more than your spouse or your partner, different things like that. So it's a combination of those two things. And I think until you address your subconscious money blocks as well as your past life blocks, you're only going to get so far with the law of attraction for manifesting money.
So what modalities do you pull in with the Money Magnet Formula? Because you said past lives. I think you also do Akashic record reading, correct?
Well, it's not reading per se. When I have someone in front of me, I channel their Akashic records with the intention of solely just getting at that block we need to clear. Okay. A lot of people do past life regressions and past life readings, and it's cool and it's fun and it's entertaining to see what you were in a past life. But I don't do all of that. I just want to know. I want to zero in on that moment that you made that vow or that oath or that agreement with someone else around money. And, what exactly do we need to clear? What court and contract do we need to clear and collapse? What healing do you need to do with that other person if there is another person involved? So I just kind of channel that information and we clear it. And as far as the subconscious stuff, I do a lot of emotional freedom technique. I combine that with affirmations on its own. I created a specific type of guided meditation, which works on a subconscious level. So it's not just meditation. It's like getting it at that subconscious level and reprogramming your mind to take those blocks out and reprogram it with something more conducive to attracting what you want to attract.
Right. I love how you're tying all of that in, because I would completely agree that there's, even with the law of attraction, or any universal law, specifically the law of attraction, it's like they give you A, B, and they leave C and D out. There's several different things at play when you're manifesting, whatever that is. I mean, we are specifically talking about money, but it's the same scenario with love. I mean, I have stories on that one, or what, just surviving anytime. Pick a category and it's along the same lines. But I love how you're tying in the Akashic records in that specific area. When I tap into the Akashic records too, I'm the same way. It's like I don't want to get all the information, just what I'm in there for. I think that helps bring people to a different level and allows them to accelerate them clearing out their blocks, or whatever is holding them back from achieving what their goal is.
Yeah, and the reason, with Law of Attraction, The Secret, the book, the movie, all the books out there, it's not that they're deceiving you. It's just that money and probably love too are very complicated, So you could say you could use the law of attraction and say, I want to manifest a blue butterfly, and, do all the things that law of attraction teaches. And you'll either, see a blue butterfly, which would be odd. I know there aren't where I live, but you'll start seeing them on bumper stickers, or, on people's websites, or, a brooch that somebody's wearing. So you'll manifest that blue butterfly pretty easily. But with money, we're complicated. We have fears and blocks and, limiting beliefs around money. And until that subconscious and the past lives are cleared out, that surface level stuff that law of attraction teaches won't work, because your conscious mind is not in charge at all.
No, not at all. It's not. I don't even think it's 10% of the puzzle of what's running. It's very minute.
Yeah, neuroscientists estimate that up to 95% of our thoughts, our actions, our beliefs, our fears, all of that is controlled by the subconscious mind and subconscious programming. Yes. So, you can't ignore all of that when it comes to something like money, which is so complicated. It's not like trying to manifest a blue butterfly.
I know. And I'm a little investigator, so I investigate a lot of stuff. And if people actually knew the truth about money, it is, even paper money or fiat money, that it's fictitious in itself. I mean, monopoly money is worth as much as what our dollar bill is, to being real or honest about it. But the whole concept of money is, in its own way, kind of crazy in the mind. I want to say mind fuck, but it's my show. I'll say mind fuck. It is when you get into like the history of money, how money started, how money goes to banking system and stuff like that. That's what really helped me get to my money blocks. But it is, I realized that it was more of a hereditary, genetic, ancestral, deeper thing that was helping me go back into, like, I guess I wasn't quite tapping into the Akashic records, but I was looking more in the similar patterns of what was being handed down in my family.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of ancestral trauma around money.
So,
and those money fears and those money, that poverty, that's passed on in the DNA,
yes,
especially in the mother line, because, we gestated in our mother's bellies for 9 months. We get some from our fathers, but more from our mother line. So yeah, it's all of that.
Yeah.
That's what makes it so complicated, and, you can consciously say all day long all the affirmations you want. You can try to get, in their energy of and the vibration of what you're trying to manifest. But, that's only 5%, maybe, like you said, maybe 10 on a good day. If you've got tons of subconscious limiting beliefs and that past life stuff, that's going to That's going to limit you. That makes your money mindset stay right where it is.
So, what can you tell our audience? What are some ways to help them get started on, um, working with their mindset? Maybe let's explain a little bit of examples of what poverty mindset or money set blocks could it occur.
Well, a lot of people just, whether you think about it or thought about it, or you're somewhat conscious about it or not, you might have beliefs that, wealthy people are greedy, wealthy people are bad, I don't deserve it, it's wrong to want more, you can't be both spiritual and wealthy at the same time. Making money is hard. Money doesn't grow on trees. I'm too old. I'm too young. I'm either too old to make a change, or I'm too young and I don't have enough experience.
Mine was the government.
Yeah, the government,
The fear of losing it after it came in. That was another one that I had to work on.
Yeah, or some people are really good at manifesting it, but they can't hold on to it. And that you mentioned the government, some people don't want the hassle of making more money because they'll have to pay more taxes. There are so many. I've got a worksheet, one of 4 worksheets that in the program that it's got, gosh, I don't know how many, probably 200 different belief statements that you just go through and you wrap it, just like rate from 1 to 100, how much you believe that statement is true or how much it triggers you. And that's just a quick way of like finding what your top 10 or 15 money blocks are. Just
that's great.
It's a long list of stuff like I just rattled off.
And it is, guys, whoever's listening to this, know that it's not just one thing, it can be multiple things. And it's a lot of things that you probably didn't even think about. Like, I had heard somebody mention something about the government and the taxes. And as soon as I heard that, I was like, oh shit. Yeah, that is one of mine. I didn't even know. Not until I had heard it was I able to actually bring that awareness in. But it is these little things that, are running inside of us that are happening, that as soon as we do bring awareness, that's the good thing. We can start to do something about it.
Yeah. So like Jen said, she just heard this in conversation. So if you've ever been, talking about money with someone else, or someone mentioned something and you're like, oh my God, that's so true. And it just really just rings true for you, or it triggers the heck out of you. One of those, that's a very good sign. That's one of your money blocks, or one of your money beliefs, or one of your limiting beliefs. Same with any type of healing, anything that really triggers you. There's something around that needs to be healed. That's just across the board.
Yes, I recently got into Stoicism, and I'm reading a book by Seneca. And it's letters to 50 letters to one of his friends. And in one of them, he talks about how your triggers or your reactions that are coming up are what's happening is your judgment of what you think that thing is. You judgment of your thoughts, judgment of yourself, it's in it. When you dig deeper into that, it is. And that is a big thing about money. I grew up, my mom was a single mom. She had 3 jobs. We were latchkey kids. We had a stepfather, was horrific story. There's a other podcast on that if you want to hear that story, but the situation was not good. And everything was about money, revolved around money, not having enough money, what the price tag for every single thing was. And so it became a subconscious behavior with me. And my and similar, the same. Like, I've been a single mom. It's very hard, even when you make a good salary, that, to provide a roof over your head and all those things. So the container also adds in on that pressure to the money blocks. And that's also what is contributing to the manifesting. This is why I love human design, because human design is telling me what pressures are happening inside of me that is allowing me to start manifesting these experiences in my life that I continue to keep having the same situations, same reoccurrence, same people showing up, getting money in and being like, oh great. And then, next month it not being the same, not being that consistent flow. It's taking me, I've been on this entrepreneurial journey seriously for going on, it took about 4 years of me to learn that lesson. So, and still learning.
Yeah. Well, you brought up an interesting point when you were talking about growing up, with your mom. So many of our limiting beliefs form in childhood, because, and I teach a little bit about this in the program, not too in depth, just enough to give you like a foundation, but up to about the age of 7, children are in a certain type of brain wave called theta waves. And this is what enables children to just learn the enormous amount of things that they have to learn at that age. I mean, when you stop and think about how much kids, from babies to toddlers to young children have to learn in that short amount of time, it's mind-boggling. But it's because they're predominantly in that particular brainwave. And, that particular brainwave is associated with intuition and the way we store our memory and creativity and a few other things. But it basically allows them to just download everything like little sponges. And that's good so that they can learn a lot of stuff. But it's kind of bad in that they're downloading everything as the truth, and we were too young at that age to have any kind of discernment and think, oh, mom made that statement or dad made that statement about money because, they had a bad day at work and their boss is a jerk and they came home and just made this statement, rich people suck, rich people are mean, rich people are greedy. And that might have been like an ongoing theme in your house because your parents hated their jobs and they hated their boss. And they were just venting, but you downloaded that as the truth. And that's still with you forever until you clear it out. So we all took on, a lot of what our parents and our caregivers and the adults in our lives and the programs we watched on TV and just what we experienced as children regarding money as the truth. That's the programs running in the background. It's like the computer. And, if your computer is got some outdated software and, it's not up to speed and up to date of what you want to accomplish, that's going to slow you down. Just that's your mindset. That's your money mindset. That's that set point thermostat that you will not be able to break free of until you reprogram your subconscious and, clear out the blocks and, at the same time, address the past life stuff. You need to get all that out of the way before you can leverage the law of attraction for money and, wealth and whatever you're trying to manifest.
I love that. Yes. Thank you. And there's some great advice in there. You're exactly right on, just how we are as kids and kids in general. The first 7 years are the most important in your life. It's where you're going to learn the majority of what is running right now, and how you're reacting to what is running. For those who know me, know that I am really into human design and astrology, and human design is it's really about getting back to your 5-year-old. Mm-hmm. Because your 5-year-old knew the truth before any of the other stuff came in. And ultimately, I do feel like a lot of us can say that going back to our 5-year-old, money and everything in general, it is important. It shouldn't be as important, so to say, but we didn't have to worry about those things. So even our 5-year-olds were manifesting stuff to ourselves, if we if we wanted a certain piece of candy, we didn't go to the store to really buy that. Sometimes it would just we would come across it, or it would come to us, that type of thing. But it's very important that we do just start to recognize what's playing in our lives, what's going on, especially in our past lives, because that's very beneficial all around. And yeah, how you're contributing to all of that energy that's coming up inside of you that you may and may not be aware of. So, do you have anything else you'd like to add?
Um,
I know you have, so you have, let's talk a little bit about your free offer. So where people could, well, one, where can people find you? What do you have to help them get started? And where do you recommend their starting journey begin? So, because I know that some people can dive fully in without knowing what step A is. So,
gotcha. So, are you going to have links for this?
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I've got two things you could download. I create a little ebook bundle that kind of talks pretty much what we talked about today, why your past lives matter, why your subconscious matters, why you've got these blocks. And, I called it the real reason you're still struggling to be a money magnet. And it's because you've got subconscious blocks and you've got past life blocks. But it's not just an ebook, it's a little bundle. And I've I mentioned that that worksheet with all of the different beliefs that you can go through out. That's included in that. So you could do some homework and start figuring out exactly what your subconscious blocks are. And I also included one section of one module of the program talking about past lives. And I did a little past life guided meditation to see what you can get. You may or may not get anything, but some people, it may take you a few times before you do that meditation, before you get anything, but some people get stuff on the first time. And it'll start just helping you identify some of your past life blocks and your subconscious blocks. And then I've also, I mentioned earlier about a specific type of meditation that I created.
Yes.
That kind of works on a subconscious level. Well, it's a little a little over 5-minute meditation, and I've recorded that you could get that. It's called Money Magnet Meditation. So, and
the link for that, guys, is going to be down below. It will say the free ebook bundle for you to get access to this.
Yeah, and the meditation, I have a little short introductory meditation, telling you why it works, how it works. And then the second one is a little short little recording to prep you for the meditation. And then I've recorded a morning version and an evening version to either start your day or end your day with. And it, I said, over 5 minutes. And this will start helping to reprogram your mind for what it is you want.
Awesome. Thank you. And I also have a link for an ebook too. Is that
Yeah, that's the ebook bundle.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. Yes.
Awesome. The ebook bundle has the ebook with the worksheets and the past life guided meditation. And then the money magnet meditation is that meditation that works on a subconscious level. So both of those. And then, you can find me on Facebook. I've got a free group, and, if you go through all that and you find that you resonate with me and, you find that I might be your teacher because, not everybody resonates with everybody. But if you want to work with me, my website is healwithmichelle.com, and it talks about the Money Magnet Formula program, which enrollment will be open probably in another week or so. Right now, if you go to it, you sign up for a waiting list. And then I've got the Align, Heal, Thrive Academy, which is kind of like an adjunct to the program because it gives you just ongoing support as you clear each layer of these blocks, just ongoing, and I do, monthly Q&As and monthly healing sessions, the past life sessions where we go in and clear the blocks, and, little mini courses and masterminds. And, I work a lot with EFT for this specifically. And we do like Q&A on, how do I frame the EFT to work for this block or that block? So there's a lot of support.
Yeah, I love that. That's how Rise University is set up too, because I found going through a couple different coaching programs that the additional support wasn't there. And I think that would have helped a lot. So I wanted to make sure it was included in my program. And I love that you have that kind of set up too. So
yeah, when I first created my Money Magnet Formula, it was an 8-week program, and included in the program was, 2 or 3 Q&As to just, ask me anything. And at the end, I did the past life healing where we went in and cleared everybody's blocks. But then after, doing a few rounds of that, I found, people needed more support, and I wanted to offer more support. So when you get the program, the Align, Heal, Thrive Academy is part of the program. Or if you just want to do the membership, the Money Magnet Formula is part of that for as long as you're a member. If you cancel or, decide this is not for you anymore, you lose Money Magnet Formula. But if you buy Money Magnet Formula outright, you always have
always have it.
Academy. Yeah. So like that, people come in at different investment price points, because you may not have what, the price of the program, but you can pay, the monthly membership for a few months until you start manifesting. And
yes. And then you can level up.
And I also
and it's all about investing in yourself, guys. That's my mindset switch was I really started to look at money as an energy. I stopped looking at the price tag on certain things and, oh my God, this is $100, or just, that wasn't me really freaking out. That was my mom, hearing my mom in my head over price tags on things and how much it was. And I just got out of that. I just started to change that. And I look at this, whatever you're doing, especially when it comes to manifesting money, I don't know if you attract a lot of people who are spiritual entrepreneurs or entrepreneurs in general. But know that this journey is going to be your greatest teacher. It's going to also be one of the greatest tools you're using in your spiritual awakening, because it's going to bring up so much inside of you to work through. And it's a beautiful experience altogether. So just enjoy the journey and know that, especially when it comes to money, that whether it's going out, look at it as you're investing in yourself, your growth and your expansion. And when it's coming in, just be grateful. I started talking to my money too. Thank you. So grateful to have this,
Yeah,
say my little affirmations, when I, all sorts of different things. And that has been a huge switch for me too.
Yeah. Yeah. Seeing money as energy in and energy out is a great way of doing the thing. And a great little tip, tool, this is something I teach as well, is get yourself, if you have it, some people can't come up with $100, but if you can, just go to the bank, get yourself a nice crisp $100 bill and just keep that in your wallet. And throughout the day, just imagine spending it. Don't spend it. Just know it's there and that you could spend it if you want to. And if you can't come up with an extra $100, go, print one off, like a picture of one, and just put that in your wallet, the representative of $100, or write yourself a check, and never cash it, obviously. But And then throughout your day, just, spend that $100 over and over and over and over again, and just have the gratitude of, I just spent $100 on this beautiful bouquet of flowers, or just spent $100 on, that massage or that facial, or getting my hair done, or, whatever, getting your nails done or whatever. And another thing is, when you spend money, imagine like you're spending money, so it's energy going out for you, but it's energy coming in for somebody else. So like if you go to dinner and you spend whatever and you leave a generous tip for your server, think about how whatever you sent, you left that server, that's going to enable that person to, maybe put part of a gas tank, fill up their gas tank, or, buy a few groceries, or, it helps them. So your money going out is their money coming in. So it's always that ebb and flow in both directions.
I had recently, I'm trying to think who I had heard this from. I cannot remember, but she was talking about money. And she said that even when it comes to the energy exchanges, don't do that. Even if it's like, okay, it's an honest energy exchange of $100, it's giving you the $100, even though if you give me the $100 back, it's just the process of it doing it, that it's kind of setting the tone or that momentum for the energy to know that, oh, you're actually paying somebody $100 and they're going to pay you back that $100. You're not spending your money in the grand scheme of things, but the energy, you're still doing it instead of doing like the energy exchange. Yes, it's an energy exchange, but it sometimes there's not much of a flow that's happening between the two of you,
Yeah.
I thought that was an interesting way that she had said that.
Well, at the end of the day, everybody's got a million and one tips and tricks and ideas
Yeah.
and the way they view things. You just find what works for you.
Mm-hmm.
If imagining it one way makes you feel good, and it, resonates with you, and it calms your nervous system, that's what you need to do. If I give you a tip, or someone gives you a tip and you're like, oh, that's stupid, and it triggers you, you probably shouldn't use that tip, because it's just increasing your cortisol around money, which is the last thing you want. You want to reset your nervous system so that you feel good about spending money, because
Yes.
you can spend money. And one last thing I wanted to give, which is a great tip for anybody who likes affirmations, or anybody who's ever tried affirmations. And as soon as you say, I am a money magnet, or I always have enough money, or, I love money and money loves me, whatever the affirmation is, for a lot of people, when you have those subconscious blocks, as soon as you say the affirmation, that snarky little voice in your head is going to pipe up and say, that's not true. No, it's not. You can't do that, or whatever it is. So instead of making an affirmation as a statement, change it into a question. Because the subconscious mind loves going to find evidence or proof to whatever you just asked it.
Yeah.
Instead of saying, I am a money magnet, say, why am I a money magnet? How am I a money magnet? And then your subconscious is going to go to work and start making you notice little things to show you that you are a money magnet. You'll find $1 in the couch. You'll find $20 in your coat pocket. You'll, get a little rebate or a coupon for something that, you didn't know was coming. You might get a refund back from your insurance company, or whatever it is, but you'll start getting actual tangible proof that you are a money magnet. And the more you see that, that also reinforces any kind of work you're doing around reprogramming your mind and clearing those limiting beliefs.
I love that. I'm going to try that. Thank you.
And it works with anything, not just money.
Yeah.
Any kind of affirmation, instead of making it a statement, change it to a question.
I'm definitely going to try that one out. I'll keep you posted.
And start noticing, because the subconscious mind loves to go out and find evidence and proof.
Yes. Well, wonderful. Thank you so much. As I said earlier, guys, all the information for Michelle and everything that she talked about is going to be listed down below, including her free group. If you guys want to check that out, if you're looking to dive deeper, if you're struggling around mindset, money blocks, and you're really attracted to what she had to say in the conversation today, definitely make sure to get into the description and see all the goodies that are in there for you. Michelle, thank you so much for joining me today. I really enjoyed having you on, and I love everything that you had to say. I went in and signed up for the meditation and the ebook and everything. So I'm going to be diving into that later. Can't wait.
Awesome.
So thank you for sharing all those goodies with us. I know a lot of hard time and work and effort went into making all of that. So very appreciative of it.
Well, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Yes, no, thank you for coming on. Guys, as always, if you like and don't forget to like and subscribe to the show. If you really enjoyed this, share this out. You'll be able to find us on Facebook or Instagram. Tag us in the post. Let us know what you thought. And if you are a entrepreneur or a visionary out there and you would like to come and join me on a show, make sure to send me a DM and we can definitely chat and get that arranged. So again, Michelle, thank you so much for being on, and I look forward to having more conversations in the future about this.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, guys. Thank you for tuning into The Balanced Visionary. I hope this episode has brought you valuable insights and inspiration. If it resonated with you and you feel like you could light up someone else's day too, please take a moment to screenshot, share, and tag me on Instagram. I love seeing your posts and getting to know you better on a personal level. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast on your favorite platform so you never miss an episode. Join us next time as we continue our journey towards aligning ambition with soulful success. Until then, keep balancing, keep dreaming, and I'll see you in our next visionary encounter.